Yet, Martin Pretzel, in his book, The Unlikely Peace of Kukumaki, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but he is, I believe, a shaman. And he went and studied with the shamans of, I believe, Colombia. But he did end up South America, and in the Mayan, he was initiated into the Mayan tradition, which is, while albeit may contain some beautiful and interesting understandings, did involve ritual human sacrifice, and that shouldn't be overlooked or glossed over, and it should be called out to be evil. But he lives in New Mexico, and he has a wonderful business out there, and I don't believe he practices any of those terrible acts. But Martin Pretzel, you can look him up at floweringmountain.com. And Guatemala, my apologies, he went and lived in Guatemala. But in chapter 19 of his book, he's speaking about agriculture and farming, because a tremendous amount of what he's doing at his center for healing and education and music, poetry, art, and farming is he's teaching people about farming a lot. And unfortunately for him in his book, I do believe he's got a very strange perspective on the matter, one that I don't think actually bears out archaeologically, historically, or spiritually when we really critically look at the claims here. But he says on page 318, all earthly sustenance, all farming and pastoralism of domesticated plants and animals on tamed land earned humans the endless stigma of wild nature's hatred. Wow. Because there is a question historically about how did we become so disassociated from the living world itself? This huge split, or this Neolithic revolution, where we went from hunter-gatherers and very small tribal nomadic societies into huge, what would become city-states, military powers. How did this begin to take place? Humans began to see themselves no longer as human beings on a planet, but citizens in a state. And that's something that still remains to this day.